They walked into court confident, prepared, and ready to argue their side. But Judge Vonda B saw through the story almost immediately. One question at a time, the excuses started collapsing right in front of the courtroom. These 6 cases show how fast confidence disappears when the truth finally comes out.
Okay, Mr. Bishop?
Yes.
You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, my girlfriend, Linda, she hasn't been supporting the child like I feel like she should be doing.
What do you mean she hasn't been supporting the child? You talking about emotional support? You talking about financial support? What type of support are you talking about?
Financial support, actually being there, visiting. It's very rare that she comes around.
Okay. And what is it that you're asking me to do about that?
Well, I would like to have some kind of financial support from her end, and if we could set up some sort of visitation that she...
All right, guys, this case wastes no time getting tense. A father comes to court asking for something many people still don't expect to hear often enough: child support from the mother. But this isn't just about money. He's also asking for consistency, visitation, and some sign that she actually wants to be part of this little boy's life. Right away, you can feel that this hearing is about to expose more than a financial dispute. It's about responsibility, emotional absence, and a child caught in the middle.
He actually is in the child's life.
Okay, how old is the child?
2 years old.
2 years old?
2 years old.
You don't visit with the baby?
No, I mean,
No?
I have a night job, and so I sleep during the day, so it's really hard to get up and see the child.
So because you have a night job, you cannot spend time with your baby? That's what you're saying today?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're okay with that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you not want to be a mom?
No, Your Honor. I did not want the child. Philip convinced me to have him. I thought it would be okay, but it ended up being a boy, not a girl.
So let me get this straight. You do not want the child because it's a boy and not a girl?
Correct.
That is like the most ridiculous thing anybody has ever said in my courtroom.
Here comes the jaw-dropping moment. She openly says she didn't want the child because the baby was a boy instead of a girl. That's the kind of statement that instantly changes the emotional temperature in the room. At that point, the issue stops sounding like a simple disagreement between parents and starts revealing something much deeper about rejection, immaturity, and misplaced blame. How do you even begin to justify withholding love from a child over gender?
Because of the gender? So do you not think you need to be paying child support to him?
No, he makes more money than I do.
But he has the full responsibility of parenting the child. You're not doing anything. You don't even want the baby.
Yeah, if he wanted the baby, he should take care of it then.
You made that up. Okay, let's go ahead and move forward because, okay, how much money do you make?
$4,000 a month.
4,000. 4,000. What do you do for a living?
I'm an entertainer.
What does that mean?
I'm an exotic dancer.
Oh, okay. So $4,000. Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me that exotic dancers cannot be in their children's lives? Oh no, you said you don't want to be in the child's life.
This is where the legal reality cuts through the excuses. Her argument is basically, he wanted the child, so he should handle everything. But child support law doesn't work like a private emotional bargain. Once the child is here, both parents carry responsibility, whether the relationship survived or not. The judge makes that crystal clear. One parent cannot shoulder the full burden while the other walks away and treats parenting like an optional lifestyle choice. Would you have had any patience left after hearing that logic?
Yes.
You just want him to pay you child support and you want him to assume the full responsibility of taking care of the child too, because he wanted the child.
Well, I didn't want child support from him. He can just have...
But you don't want him to pay. I mean, you don't want to pay him.
Correct.
No, that's not how this works. He is not going to be the one that takes care of the child 100% of the time, and then you just get to go dance or whatever it is that you do. I'm not exactly sure what you do at your overnight job. That's just not how it works. So let me tell you what we're going to do. You're going to start paying him child support a month. Now, in terms of visitation, if she doesn't want to visit with the child, there's nothing I can do to make her do that. However, she will start paying some sort of child support today, okay?
Okay.
And you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now the ruling becomes painfully real because the numbers start landing. The judge calculates support based on income, then adds the child's health insurance on top of it. And that matters because this shows the court isn't reacting emotionally alone. It's tying responsibility to actual financial obligations. This is the moment where courtroom drama turns into enforceable consequence. It's one thing to say you don't want to parent. It's another thing entirely when the law tells you that refusal still comes with a bill.
Okay, you have a problem with that?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, just making sure. So, at $4,000 a month, I have your net calculated at $3,266.81, which brings your child support amount to, you only have one child?
Correct.
Okay, $653.36. And you cover health insurance?
Yes.
How much is it?
$344 a month.
300. And that's for the child only. That doesn't include you, right?
Correct.
Okay. So that amount is going to be added to that. So $653.36 plus the $344 that he pays in health insurance will be $997.36 a month.
Okay.
Okay? All right? That should be enough for you to cover anything that you need to get for the child. And just so you know, this child is going to grow up, obviously. He's 2 years old now. He can come back later as, you know, his life changes. He starts going to school. He might want to put him in private school or, you know, anything like that. Any type of extracurricular activities. He comes back in here. You've made more money. You already know what's going to happen, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What's going to happen?
I will have to pay more.
Oh, okay, long as you understand that. All right? Is there anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Okay.
So in the end, the message is blunt. If the child lives with dad, mom still has to contribute. The judge doesn't force affection, but she absolutely enforces accountability. And that may be the harshest truth in this whole case. A court can order support, but it can't order love. What do you think hit harder here? The legal ruling or the mother's shocking honesty? If this case stunned you, drop your thoughts below, like the video, and subscribe for more unforgettable courtroom drama.
You all may be seated. Okay, Mr. Taylor,
Yes, ma'am.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Okay, so Sam and I split up a while back, but 2 months ago she moved out and left me with our darling children. I have an 11-year-old named Emma,
Okay.
and my 6-year-old boy is Braxton. And my 2 kids live with me. She's been out of the house for 2 months. I'm seeking 2 months of back child support and child support.
Okay. And why didn't you give him any money when you left? Obviously, if he's asking for 2 months worth of back pay.
So he's asking for money, but what he's not including is the fact that I'm a nurse. I work.
This case opens with a father doing what a lot of people still don't expect to see, standing in court asking why he's carrying the children day to day while also fighting for the support he says should have started the moment their mother moved out. The setup is already compelling because it mixes divorce, shifting custody, and unpaid child support into one emotionally loaded question. If the kids live with dad, why is he still left scrambling?
Intense hours that are very irregular. So we decided it was best if the kids stay in his home since he has a more steady daily schedule. I am living with my mother when the kids have a day off of school or a weekend where I'm available, or any time that they need to be taken care of. They are with me or with my mother at that time. He is saving on daycare, any care like that, and I am spending the emotional support time with them and also providing for...
Did you really just say that? You're spending emotional support?
I don't understand what's wrong with that.
You're not paying him any money.
I am not paying him. The children are with me approximately half the time.
Then the defense takes a turn that almost sounds surreal. The mother leans on the idea that she contributes emotional support, as if emotional presence can replace a formal financial obligation. The judge immediately sees the weakness in that argument. Spending time when available or having the kids visit irregularly doesn't erase who carries the primary daily cost. This is one of those moments where the courtroom reminds everyone that vague effort is not the same thing as legal responsibility.
Have a formal agreement on that.
Approximately, but not half the time, right?
No.
Okay. So, you should be paying child support to him.
If we want to lay down the hours and really count it out, then we can. I work usually 4 days on, 3 days off, sometimes 3 days on, 2 days off.
Okay.
My schedule is very irregular.
Which means that the children are with him most of the time. So you should be paying child support.
They come to me and my mother's home a lot of the time.
Right. And I get it. However, the law is very straightforward. Whoever the child lives with, the children in this case live with, majority of the time, they're going to be considered the custodial parent. And the non-custodial parent has the obligation to pay child support. That's the way that it works. You said you're a nurse. How much money do you make?
About $80,000 a year.
Let me see. Okay, yeah, I see your check stubs here. And how much do you make?
$125,000 a year.
Okay, do
he's
you
doing
all
fine.
split, excuse me?
He's doing fine.
You are too. You make $80,000 a year. You're not doing fine?
I am doing fine.
Oh, okay. I mean, so you both are doing well. So those little comments, they're unnecessary.
The legal core of the case. The children live with him most of the time, and that fact matters more than side arguments about good intentions. The judge breaks it down in plain language. The custodial parent is the one who has the children the majority of the time, and the non-custodial parent owes support. It doesn't matter that both parents are employed or that she helps sometimes. The law looks at who bears the greater daily burden. Who do you think made the stronger case at this point?
$125,000 a year.
Yes,
Do you
ma'am.
all share custody like she's saying?
Yeah, they're over there every now and then.
Well, when you say every now and then,
Well, they live with me.
okay.
You know, they live under my roof. I pay their insurance.
Well, that's my question.
Yeah.
They're not with you a full week and then they're with her a full week and you guys are rotating and
No.
everything like that. Then yeah, that really doesn't justify you not paying child support. And yes, you should have given him child support when you left. Okay? You had the obligation to do that. When you were no longer living with the children and you left them to live with him, you owed him child support. So you are going to be paying child support starting today, and you also are going to give him back 2 months worth of back pay. Okay? So, based on the documents that you turned in, I have your gross at $80,000 broken down to $6,606. Ooh, it's got tongue-tied. It's a lot of six.
Once the court reaches the math, the entire dispute sharpens. The judge orders current support, reimbursement for health insurance, and retroactive child support for the 2 months she paid nothing after leaving. That back pay piece is crucial because it tells viewers something important. Support doesn't begin only when someone finally gets frustrated enough to show up in court. If the obligation already existed, the court can reach backward and make up the gap.
$6,666.67. That brings your net to $4,961.81. Make sure, and 2 children, correct?
Yes,
Who carries health insurance?
I do.
How much is health insurance?
$208 a month.
208, okay. So you're also going to be reimbursing that to him every month, okay? And that coverage is for the children only, right?
Right.
Yeah, you are going to reimburse that to him, okay? So your child support amount is $1,240.45 plus the 208 for the health insurance, $1,448.45. And then your back pay, you're just going to pay that out monthly, adding in, I'd say,
What also makes this case interesting is that neither party is broke. Dad earns more overall. Yet the judge still rules in his favor because custody and financial duty are not decided by stereotypes. A father can be the one entitled to support. A mother can be the one ordered to pay. That's exactly why this hearing feels so important. It cuts straight through assumptions and focuses on the child's actual living reality instead of outdated expectations.
about $50 a month added into that as well. So do you understand that?
Okay, is there a set time that I guess until the back pay is completed?
Yes, when
at
the
whatever
back
rate works.
Right. When the back pay is completed, that $50 will drop off.
Okay.
You know, you can pay the full amount. I mean, if you want to, it's about $2,480. You can pay it in one lump sum if you want to. Pay it out over like $50. $50 really doesn't cover a lot of the interest, but I mean, that's the lowest that it can go.
Oh, yeah, I'm not asking for the monthly amount to be lower. I understand that.
Okay.
We can take care of it however you decree.
Okay. So do you all have any other issues or anything needing addressing today?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing further, you all are doing.
So the final takeaway is simple but powerful. When the children live with you, the court sees the weight you're carrying, and the other parent may owe both monthly support and back pay. Do you agree with the ruling, or would you have handled the shared time argument differently? If this case got you talking, leave your verdict below, hit like, and subscribe for more explosive courtroom stories.
Okay, Mr. Sanchez, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Okay, Your Honor. I'm want to sue her for child support because, my kids are always with me, and she's always at work. She's always working for the hospital. We said back then that we could do this together as one. I went so much as far as swapping complete schedules. I started doing overnight shift now, just so I can be there for my kids and everything. And she was supposed to be working for mornings, which she was, but she volunteered for more hours, and even when she's not at work, she's just never home. I don't know where she is. She doesn't call us. She doesn't call our kids. My kids are always wondering where she's at, and I myself, sure, she can do what she wants as long as she lets me know where she is for her own safety, but my kids always wonder where she's at.
Brace yourselves, because this case opens with a father who sounds exhausted long before the judge even starts pressing questions. He says he changed his entire work schedule just to be there for his children, while the mother is rarely home, rarely checks in, and leaves the kids wondering where she is. Right away, this feels bigger than a child support petition. It feels like a parent coming to court after carrying the emotional and physical load alone for far too long.
They always, for days at a time, she's never home. And we broke it off several weeks ago, and only with my income alone, I can't really just do it with just me and my kids, especially that one has autism. I've always got to take her to the doctor and whatnot. And for these past 3 weeks, I have not seen or heard from her, even as so much as trying to help out with the kids or anything like that. So I can't get it. I'm surprised she's even here at court today.
Okay, when you say kids, how many?
I have two.
Two, all right.
You mean we? Like you?
No, I have two.
Ma'am, I'm addressing him. So he answered appropriately, and you'll have your opportunity to speak, okay?
Okay.
The tension spikes when he explains that one of the children has autism and needs even more care, attention, and stability. That detail raises the stakes instantly. Child support cases are always serious, but when a child has additional needs, the absence of one parent hits even harder. The father isn't just asking for money here, he's pointing to a pattern of neglect in a household where consistency matters even more than usual. Would you have been shocked hearing that this mother still wasn't stepping up?
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. So you said you changed your job to now you work overnight?
Yes.
What is it that you do?
I drive an 18-wheeler. I drive locally. I deliver hospital supplies.
Okay. So I'm assuming that's how you all met.
Beforehand, but we had the same interest in the medical field.
Okay. All right. And how long has it been since you all stopped living together?
It's been, I want to say, a month and a week already.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
She just, for as long as I can remember, about 2 years now, she's just never been wanting to come home really. And honestly, I've caught her having some painkillers that I would only assume she's taken from the hospital she works at. She's either on painkillers or sometimes I'll find needles around and whatnot. So I know she works at a hospital, so she's got to get the drugs from there.
Okay. Is there anything else you want me to know?
I just hate that it's really around the kids. The kids find it before I do most of the time.
Oh my.
Yes.
Then the accusations take a darker turn. He suggests she may be bringing painkillers home from the hospital and leaving evidence of drug use where the children can find it. Whether every detail can be proven or not, the emotional impact is immediate. Now the court is hearing not just about absence, but about danger around the kids. It's the kind of testimony that changes the atmosphere from frustration to real concern, because once children are exposed to that environment, the issue is no longer just unpaid support.
Ma'am?
I mean, I'm not sure where he's getting this intel from, but that's
Obviously
not
the
true.
kids.
I mean,
Are you saying your kids are liars?
they could be. I'm not sure.
You're not sure because you're not around that much?
I am around. I just have to work all the time. It's not my fault that, saving lives isn't important to him.
No, I believe it is important to him. I don't think that's what he's saying. He's saying that you're not contributing anything.
I am, though. Like, I feed them or sometimes, and
You feed them? You'd agree with me that that's your responsibility, right?
She brings them fast food and leaves again.
Okay, but it's food, though.
But you don't sit there and spend quality time with your kids. You say, here's food, and leave.
The tablet works just fine. They can just eat and watch the tablet. Like, why is...
Response only makes things more unbelievable. She frames herself as someone who works hard and saves lives, but when the judge digs deeper, the defense sounds painfully hollow. Feeding the kids fast food, handing them a tablet, and disappearing again is not parenting. The judge's reaction says what most viewers are already thinking. Survival-level contact is not the same as presence, and occasional appearances do not cancel out long stretches of neglect. How would you have reacted hearing a tablet described like it could replace a parent?
Is that a problem?
Because
So you want to raise a child off of a tablet? You think that's okay?
They have educational stuff. I don't see what's wrong with it. Like, I need to go to sleep at some point in time.
Interesting.
me personally, myself, I sit there with my kids and I open a book with them and I help them with their homework. I feed them. I'm not much of a good cook, but I do what I can to put food on the table and spend time with them. It doesn't matter if I lose sleep over it. That's why I went to overnight, because I want to spend time with my kids. I went to overnight.
His shift to
As he
spend more
should,
time
he's
with
a
the
dad.
kids. As you should, you're a mom. The audacity.
But I have a more important job.
How many times are you going to say that? You have the audacity to say that he's a dad and he should do these things, but you're the mom and not doing these things. He changed his shift, why can't you?
Because it's inconvenient to me.
This is one of the strongest emotional turns in the entire hearing.
It's your job
the
to take care
father
of them.
says he changed shifts
You
for the
believe
children,
that?
and the
Yes.
judge highlights the double standard instantly. He's expected to sacrifice because he's a dad, but somehow she thinks her sacrifice is optional even though she's their mother. That contradiction is exactly why this case lands so hard. It exposes how easily some people talk about parenting like one person's duty and the other person's convenience.
Right, yeah, no. I'm not about to do this game with you. Since you left a month and a week ago, have you given him any money for the children? I don't need an explanation either. It's a yes or no.
No.
Okay, thank you. All right.
She's actually asked for money instead of giving.
And then you have the nerve to ask for money and the kids are with him?
He has an obligation to give me support.
You know what? I'm not about to play with you. You came here to waste my time because you have the same obligation to your kids. He should not be paying you anything if the kids are with him majority of the time. If they're living with him, if he is the primary parent, he is tasked with the daily duties of caring for these kids. He shouldn't pay you anything, ma'am. And it is ridiculous that you believe that he should.
And then comes the part that really pushes the room over the edge. She hasn't given him money for the kids, yet she still believes he owes her support. Legally and morally, that argument collapses almost as soon as it leaves her mouth. The children live with him, he manages the daily responsibilities, and she still thinks she should be the one receiving money? The judge is visibly done entertaining the fantasy at that point. And honestly, most viewers probably were too.
Which I don't see why you would have a problem with it. You're a nurse. You have access to private health insurance, right?
Yes.
So why did you just get an individual plan when you have a family? That was a question.
Because it's his job to take care of them, and I shouldn't have to spend
You know what?
money.
Don't say that again about what his responsibilities are and what his job is, because you're a mom, period.
I mean, but I didn't sign up for it. Like,
countless times I've told her, yes, it is my job to take care of our children.
And you're
as a
doing
dad. And I'm doing well beyond.
She's not disputing that you're doing that.
Yes, and I feel
But
like
you're
I'm
not doing your part.
I feel like I'm always not doing enough for my kids.
I mean, but
and
you
only
also
because I don't
forced
have
me
my
to have
other
the
half.
kids. Like, I don't know why you're doing that.
Because
You don't want to have your kids?
I mean, like, when I was pregnant, I told him I didn't want him because I wanted to go party. And, like, he was just like, no, we got this. And, like, how is it my fault? He wanted them. I didn't want them. So.
But you kept them.
no, the first we've talked about having kids and we've wanted kids.
I know, but,
once
like,
she
when
got
we were
pregnant,
older,
once she got
not right
pregnant and
now.
she knew she couldn't do what she needed anymore, or really what she wanted anymore, then it was just oh, this baby's really an inconvenience to our lives.
I mean, but you know
This
what I
child
like to
support
party.
payment is about to be an inconvenience to you as well, because you're going to pay child support. Whether you wanted them or not is beside the point. You had them, they are here, they are your responsibility just as much as they are his responsibility. So, $60,000 a year. I have your gross set at $5,000. Your net is...
The most revealing moment may be when she admits she never wanted the children and wanted to keep partying instead. That confession doesn't just explain the neglect, it exposes the mindset behind it. She talks as if the father choosing to be responsible somehow released her from all obligation. But the court makes one thing unmistakably clear. Whether a parent later regrets the choice or not, children are not lifestyle accessories you get to emotionally return when they interfere with your plans.
$4,101.87. Medicaid reimbursement based on 9% of your gross is $450. Do you think you can get health insurance through your employer that's cheaper than that for the children?
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
You don't want to look into it?
Not really.
we work for the same company. Yes, she does.
Oh, okay. So this is what we'll do. You just go ahead and pay that, and you can roll your eyes all you want to. I can roll my eyes too. We're just going to have you reimburse Medicaid that full $450. So that brings your monthly child support obligation for 2 children to $1,025 plus the $450 reimbursement to Medicaid for $1,475. Now, it looks like Dad also requested for you to pay back pay for that month in a week that you left and haven't given the children anything. I'm going to grant his request. So you have arrearages in the amount of $1,475. That's to be paid at $25 a month. So your monthly child support obligation, including the back pay, is $1,500. You have any questions about anything I just said?
I mean, I just feel like it should be less. What am I going to be left with to party with? Like, what am I going to do?
I don't know, maybe pick up some extra shifts.
By the time the judge calculates support, Medicaid reimbursement, and arrears, the final ruling feels less like a surprise and more like overdue accountability. The mother is ordered to pay meaningful monthly support, and when she complains that it leaves less money to party with, the case almost writes its own final judgment. So what do you think mattered most here? The financial ruling, the mother's attitude, or the father's sacrifice for his kids? If this case hits you hard, like, comment your verdict, and subscribe for more unforgettable courtroom drama.
I am a manager at an urban clothing store, and I only make $35,000 a year, and I'm paying child support. Toward my ex-wife here, she is a dental assistant, and also she does Herbalife distribution, and she's making a little over 200 grand a year. And I just need a little help because she's not doing child support at all, and it's a struggle for me right now. I'm a retired U.S. veteran, and it's just a struggle with my two boys.
Okay. Ma'am?
Yes. Well,
This hearing starts with a father who says he's drowning financially while paying child support to an ex-wife who earns dramatically more than he does. Right away, that flips the usual expectation and makes this case instantly compelling. He's making around $35,000 a year, says she's making far into six figures, and still he's the one under pressure. That kind of imbalance raises the big question fast. When does child support stop being routine and start looking unfair?
Why do you agree with everything that he's saying?
no, I do not.
Okay, so what is
If
going
he
on?
stayed at the casinos, he probably would have more money than he does.
That's not true, Your Honor. I'm always home with my boys when I'm not working.
Okay, who is paying child support in this case?
And I have custody of my boys.
He's paying child support. It looks like you guys split custody. So it says Sunday through 1 week with one parent, and then Sunday.
Well,
through
here's the
next
thing,
week.
Your Honor. She's always on vacation. She's always gone. So I've had my boys for the little
Lies.
over 7 weeks straight.
What-
She has
ma'am,
not seen her
ma'am,
kids in
ma'am,
7 weeks.
Sir, when I address her, you stop talking.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ma'am, you see this man right here?
The mother tries to frame him as irresponsible, but then the case takes a sharp turn. He says the boys have actually been with him for 7 straight weeks because she's always gone. That changes everything. If a parent is supposed to have equal or primary time and instead disappears for nearly 2 months, the financial equation starts looking very different. Suddenly, the court isn't just dealing with income disparity, it's dealing with who is actually showing up.
He will make sure that you are escorted out of this courtroom. We do not need any more loud outbursts. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Thank you. Now you may continue, sir.
She goes on vacation. She's out of town all the time. I've had my boys for 7 weeks straight. She hasn't seen her boys in 7 weeks.
7 weeks straight. Wait a minute. You guys are supposed to be alternating weeks, because if the children are with him 7 weeks straight, that means his expenses are increasing. And based on the paperwork that you provided from your employer, it says here you make about $125,000 as, what is it, where is it that you're working?
I work for a dental firm,
Okay.
and we make a lot of different castings and models for false teeth and implants. However, Your Honor, when I've been out, it's because I've been doing training.
Okay, that's great.
So I can-
no one, excuse me, no one is disputing whether or not you're doing training, but according to the documents that you provided,
The income gap comes fully into focus. She explains her work, her side business, and the total climbs to roughly $150,000 a year, while he stays at $35,000. That's the kind of contrast a judge can't ignore, especially in a split custody case where both households shape the children's quality of life. This is where the hearing stops being about technical support paperwork and becomes a real conversation about fairness between two homes.
you make about $125,000 at your main job, and then an additional $25,000 doing Herbalife on the side. So that amounts to about $150,000 a year. This man only makes $35,000, and you think he should still be paying child support, and he has the children more than you? Is that what you're asking me to do?
I'm just letting you know that
I don't need to know what you're letting me know. I need for you to answer my question. Is that what you're asking me to do? Allow this man to keep paying child support, and you're making excuse me, that's my job, thanks. You make $150,000 a year.
I pay for the boys' private school. They have private piano lessons. I pay for several. I pay their
Excuse me,
health
Your Honor.
insurance.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Both of my boys are on scholarship.
Okay, you know, that's beside the point here. Ma'am, you guys have a split custody arrangement. You understand that, right?
One of the most important legal moments comes here. The judge explains that split custody does not automatically mean no one pays support. A lot of people misunderstand that point. Courts can still order support when one parent earns significantly more than the other because the goal is not just counting overnights, it's protecting the children's best interests across both households. That's the kind of ruling logic many viewers probably don't expect until they hear it laid out this clearly.
Yes, I do.
Not in all cases does somebody have to pay child support, because it's up to me to decide if someone pays child support or someone doesn't pay child support. But with the earning differences, $35,000 a year, $150,000 a year, sir, what type of things are you able to afford to do with your boys? And taking into account your bills and everything like that.
After bills and everything is taken care of, after my boys are fed, luckily give them some clothes that they need to go outside and play at the park. Maybe Six Flags every now and again.
Okay, ma'am, what are some of the things that you're able to do with the boys?
As much as I can when he allows them to come over.
You know what? See, you're playing games. Let me ask you the question. What has she done with the boys?
She takes them to Paris. They go overseas.
Paris?
They've been on
Never been to
Disney
Paris.
cruises. Every time she gets them, they're going somewhere special and fancy. And
Then the judge asks a deceptively simple question: what can each parent afford to do with the boys? His answer is modest: clothes, food, maybe a park trip or Six Flags sometimes. Her side sounds like another world entirely: overseas trips, Disney cruises, luxury experiences. And that contrast is exactly why this case hits so hard emotionally. Children notice differences. They may not understand support calculations, but they absolutely feel the gap between two very different realities.
whoa.
Well, I mean, it would make sense if you were making $150,000
And she just
a year,
lucked up
right?
on the job, Your Honor. So just to be
And this
quite
is
honest.
considering he's living in my $350,000 house that he doesn't pay any type of mortgage at all whatsoever.
You have a $350,000, ma'am.
He lives in the $350,000.
He lives in it, but you
house,
own
Your
it, right?
Honor.
You own it. You
And
have
he
all
doesn't
of
pay
this
any
money.
bills.
You have all of the, but the kids have been with him for 7 weeks, ma'am.
Because
at a
I was
time.
doing training so I can continue to send them to the private schools that they attend
Well,
and
On
have
a
the best
scholarship.
and the finest
On a
things.
scholarship.
That's great. But you know what? That's why you come to court, so I can resolve these issues, right? So let me tell you what we're about to do. $150,000 a year.
The title moment lands here, and it's explosive. She points out that he lives in her expensive house and doesn't pay the mortgage, clearly hoping that detail will shut the whole case down. But instead, it makes the hearing even more dramatic, because the obvious question becomes, if she has that level of financial power, and the kids have been with him for 7 weeks, why is she still resisting meaningful support? Do you think that house reveal helped her case or hurt it?
I have your gross at $12,500. How many children do you have, ma'am?
2.
2, okay. Net at $9,000. Okay, based on 20.63%. Okay. And
Oh,
then
I
you
do
make-
take care of my sister's 3 children as well.
When did this start?
Wait.
6 months ago.
Wait.
6 months ago.
Whose children are these?
Our sons belong to him and I, but I have 3
Okay.
of my sister's children that I
I'm
take
just
care
saying,
of.
I'm just saying
Well, let
this,
me
Your Honor.
let you know how this goes, okay? Anybody else's kids are not a part of this case. Understood? So you have 2 children that are involved in this case we're here about, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So what we're going to do is offset the child support based on the amount of money that you make. You understand that?
When things are already heated, she tries to bring in other children she helps support, but the judge cuts that off immediately. It's a clean legal reminder. This hearing is about the 2 boys in this case, not every unrelated burden someone wants to add for sympathy. That moment matters because it shows the court narrowing the issue back to the actual parties and actual children before it reaches a final number.
Ma'am, do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Because you're giving me this look like you're confused on what's going on here. Okay, so based on this, I did an offset of what you would make and what your child support obligation should be a month. So your child support obligation comes out to $1,456 a month. That is to be paid each month on the first of each month, and those payments are going to be allocated to Mr. Carter. Ma'am, it's not fair to your children that at dad's house they're not able to do as much as they are to do with you. And it's not to punish you for having a great job. That's awesome. However, when you think about what's in the best interest of these children, they can't go to Disneyland and do all of that with dad. Did you ever stop to make it, ask your kids how they feel about that? It's not fair they get to do everything with you and not with dad. And he only makes $35,000 a year.
Your Honor, I understand, but when I was out getting education, he decided to run around and chase everything that had legs.
Okay, well, you know what? You know what? You guys need to be in a different court for that. That has nothing to do with me. Anything else pertaining to these children and the money's here. Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else from you?
No, Your
okay,
Honor.
thank you. You all may be excused.
The ruling wraps everything together with an offset calculation, and the result is striking. She is ordered to pay him child support each month. The judge makes the reasoning plain. This isn't punishment for her success. It's about the boys having a more balanced life in both homes. So in the end, the case asks a powerful question. Should a child enjoy comfort only in one parent's house when the other is clearly struggling? If this ruling surprised you, drop your verdict below, like the video, and subscribe for more courtroom drama.
Miss Katrina, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, our son Caleb James, he just turned 8, and he started school, and already he started having school issues in school. He's been getting into fights with other kids. He's been arguing with the teachers. He's not been doing his homework, and this is completely new behavior. He was an A and a B student, and now his grades are also dropping. And I think it has to do with what Bubba here is doing at home.
Okay. Well, what is Bubba doing at home?
So he's a truck driver, and during our marriage, there were a lot of issues with that. A lot of, strength.
This case opens with concern, not anger. A mother says their 8-year-old son has started acting out at school, fighting, arguing, and slipping academically, and she believes the father's environment is to blame. That immediately gives the hearing emotional weight because behavioral changes in a child can signal stress that adults either caused or ignored. At first, it sounds like the court may be walking into a serious parenting issue, but the deeper the testimony goes, the more the story starts twisting in unexpected ways.
Strange women, just a lot of alcohol use, and I think that hasn't stopped. And now I think that that's affecting Caleb.
I don't think so.
Excuse me, sir. Once it is your turn, I will come to you. That's the first thing. Second thing, those loud outbursts, they will not be tolerated. Continue.
Thank you. So during the marriage, there were a lot of issues with infidelity, with drug use, with alcohol use, and he's still doing the same job. He's still driving the same routes. And so I think he's still bringing these same people into Caleb's life, into his home with our son.
Oh my gosh, okay. Well, is there anything else you wanted me to know before I move over to him?
I don't know.
Okay. Can I call you Bubba?
Sure.
Bubba, is what she's saying true? You cheated on her, you're using drugs, you're drinking alcohol, you're doing all of this while you're transporting things in an 18-wheeler?
The accusations come quickly: infidelity, alcohol, drug use, and dangerous company around the child. If all of that were true, it would obviously be alarming. But the father pushes back, explaining the week-on, week-off custody setup and denying the worst parts of the claims. That's when the tension really builds, because now the judge has to separate emotional accusations from actual legal reasons to order support. And in family court, that distinction can change everything.
No. I actually work 1 week on, 1 week off.
Okay.
So we have shared custody. So
all right.
The week that I work, she has custody of Caleb.
Okay.
The week I have off, I have custody of Caleb.
All right.
Now, some of the things she's saying, yes, I do drink sometimes,
Are you drinking while you're driving that 18-wheeler?
I do not drink while I drive, no.
All right.
I drink occasionally when I'm home. It's not too bad, but with...
Well, where would she be getting that from?
Well, I have a lot of female clients that I do transport for. So she thinks that I'm, getting these jobs because I'm sleeping around, which she's very promiscuous herself, so...
Oh.
Yes. Caleb has told me that she has brought in a lot of men around him, and he's doesn't know who they are.
Okay. So Caleb is just seeing a lot from the both of you, sounds like.
Maybe not.
Okay. And Caleb, he's 8. Who pays health insurance for Caleb?
I do.
All right. How much do you pay?
$75 a month.
Okay.
Then the hearing pivots hard. The father says the child has also been seeing different men around the mother, which completely undercuts the picture of one-sided blame. Suddenly, this doesn't look like one responsible parent confronting one reckless parent. It looks like two adults trying to weaponize the child's behavior against each other. That kind of shift always changes the energy in a courtroom because it reveals.
And Miss Katrina, you're looking for him to pay child support?
I am.
Based on what?
So when COVID hit, I lost my job, and I just haven't been able to find a comparable job to that. And I was doing engineering.
And you can't find anything comparable during COVID?
No.
In engineering?
No. So my degree was in chemical engineering.
Okay.
But all the jobs I've been finding have been mechanical engineering, electrical engineering. I haven't found something that's comparable to what I've been doing.
Okay. I don't know much about engineering, but how much more different is it?
I mean, I think it's pretty different.
You think, but how different is it?
I don't know, because I haven't done mechanical engineering or electrical engineering, so I don't have a basis to compare the two.
What do you think about that?
I just think she's lazy.
Oh, well, you said it.
Because with her, she has a degree in engineering. Chemical engineering.
Wait a minute, stop right there. You have a degree in engineering.
Yes, that's how I got my job in chemical engineering.
Right. So you can't do.
Maybe messier than either side wants to admit. Now comes the moment that seems to define the whole case. The mother says she lost her engineering job during COVID and hasn't found something comparable, but the judge keeps drilling down. Comparable to what? How many interviews? What kind of jobs did you actually pursue? As those answers get weaker, the father's label, lazy, starts sounding less like an insult and more like the theme of the hearing. Legally, courts don't usually reward someone for refusing available work just because it isn't their perfect match.
A general engineering job with that degree?
It's not comparable to what I was doing.
That wasn't my question. Have you looked for jobs that will pay you for general engineering?
Yes.
All right. How many interviews have you gone on?
3 or 4 in the last 6 months.
3 or 4 in the last 6 months, and they all said no to hiring you?
Yes.
That's interesting. I saw you signal over here. You said 0?
Mm-hmm.
How do you know, sir, that she hasn't gone on any of these job interviews?
I have a friend that she knows, and he's told me.
Oh.
Because he's been sleeping with her.
Oh, okay. Well, that's none of my business. Has nothing to do with me. Miss Katrina, I haven't heard a single reason why I should place this man on child support. He testified and said that he works 1 week on, 1 week off. He has Caleb during his week off. He pays health insurance. You have Caleb, I'm assuming.
This is where the judge draws the line between concern and child support. Yes, the child may need therapy, counseling, or help processing what he's been exposed to. But those issues do not automatically justify placing the father on support, especially when both parents share custody week by week and he already pays the child's insurance. That legal distinction is crucial. Not every family problem becomes a support order, and not every emotional claim meets the court's financial standard.
Well, not an assumption. What he said, that when he's on, you have Caleb. I'm assuming all of that's the truth, right?
Yeah, we do have that 1 week on, 1 week off, but with these behaviors that Caleb's having, it's just, he needs treatment, he needs help, he needs counseling, he needs something to help.
And I don't disagree with you there. I do believe that if he is having behavioral issues and everything like that, maybe seek some type of therapy, play therapy maybe, individual counseling. Maybe you all could do family counseling, but that is not a legitimate reason to place this man on child support. So I'm going to deny your request today to place him on child support. And in addition to denying that request, that $75 that he's paying, I'm going to have you split it. Since you share custody, you need to share costs too. So $37.50 is what you will be reimbursing him for health insurance every month. Is there anything further?
No.
Is there anything further, sir?
No, ma'am.
Okay, well, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
So the final result is a complete reversal of what the mother wanted. No child support for her, and she must reimburse half the health insurance because shared custody should mean shared costs. In the end, this case isn't just about who sounded more dramatic, it's about who actually had a legal basis. Do you agree with the judge that this was a support case built on weak grounds? If this one had you thinking, comment below, like the video, and subscribe for more intense courtroom stories.
Proctor, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
My husband is extremely supportive of the children and me, and
Your husband? Are you guys currently married?
my ex-husband.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I would like to reduce the amount that he has to pay because he's paying more than he should. He takes care of the children's everything we need. He provides very well for us, and I have my own job, and so it would really make me happy, Your Honor, if you could reduce the agreement that we have from $1,426.56 a month to $415 a month, please.
Is that what you all agreed to? The $415?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
At first, this case feels unusually calm for support court. The mother comes in praising her ex-husband, saying he supports the children well, and asking the judge to reduce the amount he pays because he already covers so much outside the formal order. That opening almost sounds refreshing. Two parents cooperating, putting the children first, and trying to bring their private agreement into court. But if courtroom drama has taught us anything, it's that a peaceful start doesn't always mean a peaceful finish.
All right. And what else does Dad pay for?
He covers any extracurricular activities that the children would like to do. Anything that they want, they get.
Okay.
And he covers their health insurance. He's an excellent father.
Okay. So you say he covers extracurricular activities.
Yes, ma'am.
Health insurance. How much is health insurance?
I don't know. He would have all of the numbers for whatever he says I will agree with.
Okay, that is pretty generous to be covering the extracurricular activities. Is there anything else that he pays for?
Anything that they need, he takes care of.
Okay, okay. And what are the ages of the children?
1.5. I was pregnant when we got divorced. We have a 4-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 10-year-old.
Okay. All right, that's a nice little spread you all have there. It sounds like the Brady Bunch. Okay, so is there anything else you need me to know before I move over to him?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and sir?
As the details unfold, the agreement sounds incredibly generous. He covers extracurricular activities, health insurance, and basically anything the children need, while both sides appear willing to formalize a much lower monthly support amount. Legally, this is the kind of situation courts can approve if the arrangement serves the children's best interests. So for a moment, it looks like this hearing is headed toward one of the rarest endings in family court: mutual agreement without a war.
Will you agree to everything that she's been saying, that that's you all's agreement?
It is. We didn't have a court-ordered thing. It was just something that we came up with.
Okay, so you're paying right now, you're giving her $415 a month for the children.
Correct.
All right, and you're covering all extracurricular activities for each of them.
That's correct. That includes summer camp and baseball and everything. Yes.
Okay, so they go to summer camp every year for the whole summer?
Correct.
And how much is that?
It's about $200 per kid.
Per kid, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that definitely, it's good that you all can come to that sort of an agreement and do that, because that's not something that happens all the time in this courtroom, and I'm pretty sure in a lot of child support courtrooms around Texas, okay? So that is good you all came to that. How much is health insurance?
It's $289 a month.
$289 a month. Okay. So you say you all did, this is not a court order, so this is the first time that there will be an order in place.
Correct.
So just so the court understands, make sure that you understand your child support in terms of what you were paying. I believe you said the number was $1,426.56, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay. Based on that, your gross would have been, it is, based on the documents that you presented, your gross is about $5,000.
Even acknowledges how uncommon this is. Parents who can negotiate support, camp costs, insurance, and activities without tearing each other apart don't walk into court every day. That's what makes the next twist hit so hard, because the room has been lulled into thinking this is a straightforward settlement hearing. The calm tone almost acts like a setup, making what follows feel even more jarring once the emotional mask finally slips.
A month, your net is about $4,075.88. So what I will do is go ahead and adopt
Your
the
Honor,
agreement. Yes.
I'm sorry, can I interrupt you for a moment?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm really not comfortable with this agreement, but he's really mean. And if I don't agree to it,
I object, Your Honor. I'm not doing
What's
anything.
your legal objection?
I'm on the grounds that it may incriminate me.
Okay.
he has, I can prove that he makes at least $4.7 million a year. I have all the account information here provided to me by his bookie. He laundries money, and I would just like to take whatever money you want to give us that's going to make him happy and give us a protective order. The children have already gone to a safe place, and I'm going to leave as soon as I get here so he can't hurt us anymore, please.
Okay.
She's crazy, Your Honor. She's crazy.
I'm crazy. Yeah. That's okay. I'm crazy. I'll just agree
So
to
you're
this.
agreeing that you're crazy?
Absolutely. Whatever he says, I'll agree to.
Okay, so what I'll do, because you all have been doing this.
Everything detonates. Out of nowhere, the mother reveals she is allegedly terrified of him, claims abuse, hints at money laundering, and says she only wants whatever amount will keep him calm while she tries to stay safe. It's one of those courtroom turns that instantly changes how viewers hear everything that came before. Was the agreement genuine, or was it fear dressed up as cooperation? That sudden shift makes this case emotionally unsettling in a way the opening never prepared you for.
Is go ahead and adopt the agreement between the two of you based on the documentation
Can you maybe
I have.
make sure there's some life insurance for the children so that when he kills me that they'll be taken care of?
Oh my gosh. Not to sound insensitive, but in terms of protective orders, this is not the court that you would want to be in. You would definitely need to be in another court. But if you're thinking in terms of safety, I think your first step is to call 911 and maybe speak to some police officers or whatnot. Sir, I don't know what you're doing to this woman. However,
I'm not doing
unfortunately,
anything.
I'm not saying that you are.
The judge's response is measured but important. She doesn't turn the child support court into something it isn't, and she points the mother toward the kind of legal and emergency help that would actually handle protection and safety issues. That moment matters because it shows the boundary between support court and other legal remedies. Even in a dramatic hearing, the judge has to stay inside the lane of what this court can order and what it cannot.
But based on what she said.
He
as
has,
far as my
he has
job
everybody
goes.
on the books. I have the proof. I can give it to you.
No, ma'am.
There's
You know what?
receipts.
I don't
I
even
have
wanna be
access to
incriminated
all
in
of
that.
his accounts.
No, thanks. So what I'm going to do is adopt the agreement between you all based on what you've been doing. The $415 a month, you will continue to pay that. You will continue to pay the $289 in health insurance. You will continue to cover extracurricular activities for each of the children, including summer camp. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed. And I think I need to go have a drink.
So the agreement is adopted, but the case leaves behind a lot more than a financial order. It ends with legal closure on paper, yet emotional uncertainty hanging over the whole room. Do you think the judge made the right call by entering the agreement while directing the safety concerns elsewhere? If this case left you questioning what was really happening beneath the surface, drop your thoughts below, like the video, and subscribe for more powerful courtroom drama.